Hey everybody, today I'll be taking a look at Musketeers, which is the German name because I have the German edition, but it's language independent. It comes in this nice little tiny box, tin box. So what you get in the game, 3 prison cards and 3 diamond cards, which I will explain later. You get a deck of these blue Musketeer cards. They have cards ranging in value from 1 through 10. All of them are in the deck 5 times, but never with the same amount of swords. So there are 5 tens, but one with 0 swords, one with 1 sword, 2 swords, 3 swords, or 4 swords. So values 1 through 10, every value is in there 5 times, but never with the same amount of swords. So there can never be a tie. How does the game play? I forgot the deck of bad guys. So these are the guys we will be fighting. They are the bad Musketeers, and their values range from 4 to 40, but depending on the number of players, you remove some of them. So in a 2-player game you remove the strongest, the 3 stronger cards, or the 4 strongest cards. In a 4-player game you will move the 3 weakest, and in a 3-player game, which I will be showing, you remove the 2 strongest, which are 40 and 35, and the weakest, which is the 4. So values now range from 5 to 30, I think. So that's the deck of bad guys we will be fighting. So every player gets 12 of these Musketeer cards. Now first they must set 3 of them apart, and this is the score they can gain. So for example, if this player would put these 3 face down in front of him, he can score 19 points, and in fact even more, because you can double your points. So this could be 20 and 18, so it could get 38 points, but the higher the card the better. So if you go for a lot of points, you can't use your high value card. So that's something really tricky to think about, but every player does so. So he selects 3 cards, which will be the amount he can score, and he puts them out in front of him face down. And then we reveal the bad guy. Now we will be fighting a level 12. So every player simultaneously selects a card from his deck and places them face down, and then they simultaneously reveal. And then we look at the values. Now together we are a 7 and we're fighting a 12, so we lose. When we lose, the player who contributed the least, which is now the 1, gets a prison card. He has to take a prison card and he can choose where he puts it, but he has to put it on one of his reward cards or goal cards, but now that's worth 0. Now next round we flip again, we'll be fighting a 25 this time. So again, all players simultaneously select one of their 8 cards now, because you start with 9, actually 12, but you place 3 in front of you. So simultaneously select, simultaneously reveal. They have played a 9, an 8 and a 10, which is together 27. They were fighting at 25. We win! Woohoo! So when we win, the player who contributed the most, which is a 10, gets a diamond card. Now in case of a tie, we look at these swords, so there can never be a real tie. If there were 2 10s, the one with the most swords wins. So we win. This player contributed the most, he gets a diamond, and now he can place it where he wants. And now that is worth double. And play continues, so I play one more, it's a 7. We simultaneously select one, simultaneously reveal. We have 13, easy win. 7 is he contributed the most, so he gets a diamond. And it goes on like this until something like this happens maybe. And this is where it gets interesting. So there will still be some rounds, and let's say there's a 20, simultaneously reveal and select. We lose because we have 18 against the 20. So the player who played the 3 will have to get a prison card, but there are no more prison cards. Now you have to pick them from another player. So now it gets interesting, because which player are you gonna choose? he has 2 prisons, but he has a diamond. He only has 1 prison. Tough choice. If you choose this player, the question also is, which card has a higher value underneath it? You don't know, but maybe you have looked and you saw him place his first prison here. So maybe that will be a 0. He doesn't mind, so maybe you should take this prison. And as you can see, this is where the game gets really fun. So play continues, you reveal, say it's a 9, simultaneously reveal. So let's see, you have something like this, they win, he contributed the most, then he can steal a diamond and he can choose again from which player he will get one and which diamond he will take, which can also be important. So you do this until you're 9, you do this for 9 rounds because you have 9 cards. Once you're out of cards, you simply reveal. So this was a 4, but it's a 0 because of prison. This scores 3 points, and this is doubled, but it's a 0. That's painful. So this is a 10, but a prison, so nothing. A double 0. Jesus, I didn't. I just played randomly, and I played really bad. So normally you would probably get something like this: the 0 in prison, but you have 9 and a double 10, so you get 29 points. And that's how the game plays. Now, I always play with a variant that I have. I think I've thought of it myself, but I've stole it from other games. It's a rule that's often used in other games. I keep hands. So when players simultaneously select and choose, they reveal, and then they take their cards back. And after a round, you also take your 3 cards back, and then you pass your hand to the left. So every player plays with the hand with once with each hand, if you're still following me. So there you count out the luck factor, because this is a great game. It's a really fun card filler that has a lot of fun tactics and stealing, because it's so clever that when you win, you only get the diamond if you contributed the most. So sometimes when there's a low value, wait. So sometimes when the value is low, people think everybody will play low, and so you can get the diamond with only a 6 maybe, because 2 players will play a 2, and with a 6 you win it, and you can get the diamond sometimes. And it gets really tricky over there. Also, when you lose, you only get the punished if you contribute the lowest. So I've actually seen it happen that on a 9, players lose because everybody thought, this is a good time to dump my 0, because somebody will try to get a diamond with a 7 or an 8, and you end up with 0, a 1 and a 1. So the player with the 0 got a prison on a 9, and stuff like that happens all the time. So you're trying to get rid of low cards on the right time, and you're trying to get these diamonds on just on the right time. So it's really tricky. It gets very interesting with passing the hands that you get dealt around. So next round, you know what cards your neighbor has because you had them previously, but you don't know if he will choose the same 3 cards for scoring. Maybe you had put away a 10, a 9 and a 0, maybe he will put away 3 6s, and so it gets totally different, but you still remove the luck factor, because this game gets a lot of bad reviews and comments because of it's too luck dependent. And with the normal rules that's true, because then you just play around like I showed you. You take the cards back, shuffle, and you deal all new hands. So every round you get random cards, and the thing is, you can get really screwed over in this game. It's possible one player has 4 10s and his lowest card is a 5. You can get stuck with 4 zeros and your highest card is a 6, and then it's impossible to almost get any points. You will get stuck with 2 prisons and no diamonds probably. So that's really unfortunate that the game with the rules that are included in the box is so luck dependent, because with that the easy variant I suggest, this really gets a very good card filler game with fun tactics, play smart, great artwork. These Musketeer cards look great. The bad cards look great. It's a mind game, like I said, playing at the right time, trying to win, which prison are you gonna steal when a player has 2, or which diamond if he has 2, you're trying to read. Normally you will put your prison when you have a 10 immediately on your 10, your diamonds, and if you have a 0 on your 0, because you know maybe nothing gets stolen, but maybe you anticipate that one is gonna get stolen, or that you're gonna get 2 prisons early, but you're counting that they will get stolen, and they will if you early get 2 prisons, and this one will get stolen. So where are you gonna put them? Lots of fun tactics. It's a great card filler. I really urge you to suggest my variant rules of passing the hands and then just play in a 3-player game 3 rounds, and then a new round with new hands and keep score. Then you can't really complain about the luck factor, and it gets really interesting. So that's Musketeers. Thank you for watching. See you guys later.